There was a time in my life when everything looked normal. Nothing was broken, nothing was falling apart, and yet something inside me felt tired. Not tired in the body, but tired in the soul. I woke up every morning, checked my phone, answered messages I didn't care about, did work that paid bills but slowly stole my breath. At night, I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, asking myself questions I was too afraid to answer. Is this it? Is this how life is supposed to feel? Why am I so unfulfilled? Even when everything seems okay, I didn't hate my life. And that made it worse. Because when life is bad, people understand your pain. But when life is just empty, no one notices. One evening, after a long, noisy day, I went for a walk. No music, no phone, just the sound of my own footsteps and the distant hum of the city. I noticed something strange. The sky didn't care about my stress. The trees didn't rush. The wind moved slowly, as if it knew something I didn't. That's when a quiet thought entered my mind. What if the problem isn't my life, but how fast I'm running through it? That question stayed with me. A few days later, I met an old man at a small tea shop. He sat alone every afternoon, sipping his tea slowly, watching people pass by like scenes from a movie. Curious, I asked him, "Don't you get bored sitting here every day?" He smiled, not a big smile, a knowing one. And he said, "People think boredom comes from doing nothing, but boredom actually comes from doing things that don't matter to you." That sentence hit me harder than I expected. He continued, "When I was young, I chased success, noise, applause. I thought speed meant progress. But one day, my body stopped before my mind did. So now, I live slowly. Not because I have no dreams, but because I finally know which ones are real." I thanked him and left, but his words followed me home. That night, I did something unusual. I sat down with a notebook and wrote one question at the top of the page. What actually matters to me? Not what looks good, not what impresses people, not what pays fast. What truly matters? At first, my mind went blank. Then slowly, words began to appear. Peace, freedom, nature, creating something meaningful. Time, real time with myself. I realized something painful and beautiful at once. I had been living a life designed by noise, not by intention. The next morning, I didn't quit my job. I didn't move to the mountains. I didn't delete social media. I just made one quiet decision. I chose to slow down. I stopped rushing through meals. I stopped multitasking my emotions. I stopped pretending I was fine when I was not. And something unexpected happened. Life began to speak again. I noticed sunlight on my hands. I noticed how silence can feel warm, not empty. I noticed how my breath had been waiting for my attention. Days didn't become perfect, but they became real. Week passed. Some people didn't understand my change. "You have become too quiet." They said, "You are not as ambitious as before." But what they didn't know was I was not less ambitious. I was just no longer chasing things that drained me. one evening, while watching the sky turn gold and blue, I understood something clearly for the first time. Growth doesn't always look like climbing. Sometimes it looks like letting go. Letting go of urgency, letting go of comparison, letting go of the need to prove your worth. If you are listening to this right now, maybe you feel it too. That quiet exhaustion, that sense that you are running but not arriving. Let me tell you something important. You don't need to change everything today. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You only need one honest moment with yourself. One moment where you ask, is the way I am living aligned with who I truly am? Because life doesn't shout answers, it whispers. And you can only hear whispers when you slow down enough to listen. Maybe your next step isn't doing more, maybe it's resting without guilt, creating without pressure, living without performance. Remember, you are not behind, you are not late, you are not falling, you are simply becoming aware. And awareness is the beginning of everything. So tonight, or tomorrow morning, or during a quiet walk, pause, breathe, and make one small, gentle promise to yourself to live a little slower, a little truer, a little closer to your own heart. Because sometimes the smallest decision changes the entire direction of your life. If this story brought you calm, clarity, or comfort, stay here. More quiet stories are waiting for you. Thanks for watching and listening to me.